What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for tuning into this live. I'm just going to double check that we do got sound, that this is going through, and then you can actually hear me to start this. I just got my YouTube notification that I am live, and we've got sound. So thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're joining me here today, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Me starting this channel, really wanted to get into live streaming and to be able to engage with all of you. That's the whole reason why I started this channel. I'm no smarter than the average person, so I want to get a bunch of engagement, a bunch of comments, a bunch of just discussion around VeVe, around Hero, around Recur, around these bat cowls, whatever that might mean. If you're in any of these projects, I just want to be able to have some sort of back and forth with you, to get some sort of sentiment from you, as well as to share my thoughts and my opinions on the market as well. It was a really quiet week on VeVe. I believe we just got 2 comics. I'm just going to go through that right now. We had the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 3. I went for, I guess, 3 of them. I got 2 commons and a rare. Nothing to report back on digits, just a bunch of 4 digits. And then we got the Tales to Astonish. And that was a better comic. I was surprised that that didn't sell out necessarily immediately. It was another 20,000 edition comic, yeah. And I went for 6 of them, it turns out. And I got 4 commons, an uncommon, and a rare. So nothing amazing to talk about this week with what I got for that, unfortunately. And then we got another one of one. So we got that last one settled, which was the David U. So that got settled. Let's see if I can go into the web app here and see if we can pull this up. And it's really interesting because, let's pull this right to the front. There we go. The same person has got both of them. So the David Warhol went first, and that actually went to somebody that bid $40,000, I believe, on it. And I guess they must have passed on it and not bought it. And then Dr. Profit ended up winning it for 28,000 gems there. I did place a bid on it. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion that those who placed bids on it would get something, would get an airdrop of some sort of. For some reason, I thought that. Turns out it's true. So if you place a bid, let me know in the comments, in the chat, what you place your bid at. What I thought was that the higher your bid, the lower the mint of your airdrop would be. That's not confirmed. That hasn't been, that hasn't been out there. But that's I actually put in a bid for $10,000 on it, or 10,000 gems, because of that. Not because I thought 10,000 gems would get it, or I thought it would actually go for about 20,000 to 25,000. So I put in my bid of 10,000, with that mindset that the higher your bid, the lower your mint will be. So it would be going in reverse order of the bid total to be able to give you a mint number from 1 to whatever. So that was my reasoning behind actually even putting in a bid, and I actually was pretty close to the end of putting in that bid. So that, we'll see. That seems more like a Hero thing to do, though, where Hero really decides your mint number. I think VeVe is more so just random. So I do think it is most likely those airdrops are going to be random. We did get a picture of what that airdrop would be. It's Ron English's idea of what young Warhol looked like. So we will be getting that airdropped, which is really cool, of not only VeVe to do, but of Ron English to do as well. So I really, really like that he went ahead and did that. Let me just pull up something here. Okay. So we got that one all spoken for with Dr. Profit. And then we got another Top Cat. And that also went for Dr. Profit, which is interesting. 9,570. Wow. I thought that would be going for more, to be honest. I am... this is my first time actually seeing that. 9,570. I think I put in a bid of like 7 or 8,000 or something like that on that. I can't quite remember, though. I might have gone actually, because the lowest you could do was 1,500. I actually might have gone pretty close to that 1,500 maybe. No discussion. I haven't seen anything about an airdrop for this one, but we did get a VeVe. We did get a VeVe announcement, or the community AMA update, and we did learn that we will be getting some more one of ones, or something of one of one along the likes of it, of actual Marvel comic artists, and I'm really excited about that. So that was talked about on the last AMA, and now VeVe actually put out yesterday another one with Alfred Kahn, and I haven't watched that, and it just hit me now that I hadn't watched that before actually doing this stream, which I wanted to do. But if anything else kind of stood out to you in that initial AMA, that would be the August AMA. Or if something stood out to you with the Alfred Kahn, if you were able to catch that, after this stream, I will be watching that. If anything popped into your head about that, of either of those, leave it in the chat. Leave it in the comments. I'd love to know what you thought about either of those. If anything stood out. I mean, with those AMAs, let me just put this here. Those AMAs, it's a lot of mostly just updating what they're turning their sort of manpower at, or person power at. So it's not necessarily like, them saying deadlines anymore, or talking about you're going to have this at this time. So it's more so, if you've seen this last one, or you've seen the one before this, you've kind of seen what you're probably going to get from like September to October. We did hear that MCP, the back end is done. They're working on the front end for that. So that's getting close. Hashtag soon. But for the most part, I don't think, like, when are they going to roll that out? Are they going to roll it out in a lead up to a big drop? Are we going to get another Disney Golden Moment November month? That's kind of what my thought process is on that. That, we're going to get another week of Golden Moment drops in November, or possibly closer to December. I think that would be interesting. Obviously, it's not going to be like that first season of Golden Moments, but that would be like a good way to kind of roll out MCP at the same time, to incentivize people to use their MCP points, to be able to give them a better chance at being able to get those drops and those Golden Moments drops, because regardless, they're going to be big, and that would be a good way to roll out MCP at the end of the year. Because I'm also trying to think, like, what else are we going to get for the end of the year? What else is there to see from VeVe that's going to get more people signed up before the end of the year? And the B Show, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm interested in getting a bat cowl. What features, part of the city, last digit, should I look for? Long-term investment, by the way. With me, all of these are long-term investments, and that's a good way to go about it. With Backhouse, it gets a little bit more interesting, though, because we've only got like another year and a half of a roadmap for bat cowls. So, when do you decide to sell a bat cowl? Like, if you buy two, do you sell off one? Like me, I've got two. I'm at this point, trying to think when is a good time to kind of get out of the bat cowl project with one of them and hold the other one. But in all honesty, I'll probably end up just holding on to it for the long term as well. Who knows what could come of it? Who knows what airdrops we're going to get from it? I think that once we get an announcement of the airdrops that has been kind of rumored from the beginning of the project, from Todd McFarlane, I think that, that's when the prices of them are going to go up, these bat cowls. So still waiting on some sort of news for that. Right now, it's basically been the airdrop of the neighborhoods and it's some sort of ticket. I'll log into my account and show you. The other thing has just been a bunch of voting on comics, which is really cool. I just haven't had the time to really, log in and take a look at it and to vote. I've voted maybe like 2 or 3 times. I think they're on like number 17 or 18 of voting. So in terms of what to look for, I honestly, I don't think I'm the right person to ask because I've been so out of touch of the Bat Cowl project. It's kind of just been something that I went ahead and bought two because I thought it was from what they were talking about, was a really cool thing that they're going ahead with. The idea of these airdrops with other NFTs was really cool. So my purple one that you see on the screen is number 90187. So ending in 7, I think was the Upper Gotham. So I got the Upper Gotham airdrop. So that's the only airdrop. There was nothing about tickets. I kind of remembered, but the neighborhoods look like tickets essentially. And then my Wolverine looking bat cowl, that is 87165 with the last digit being 5 is the financial district. And like I said, I haven't been on, let me pull this actually up for you so that you can see it instead of seeing my face. So before I look at the marketplace, I'm going to say if there's ever a time, I don't want to say if there's ever a time, and this isn't financial advice, but once we get an announcement on some sort of airdrop coming for these, like they kind of teased from the beginning, especially if it's something from like Todd McFarlane, that is going to make these bat cows go up in price. I don't know by how much, but before I even look at this market, that's what I'm going to say is that, being that the market that we've been in, with all NFTs, with the markets in general, if there was ever a time to think about, if you have the liquidity, if you have the money available, that if it goes to zero, you're not going to hurt yourself. This is the time to look at, everything. VeVe, bat cowls, Hero, Recur. I'll talk about Recur because Recur kind of made me mad with that Hello Kitty drop. But yeah, these are my bat cowls. Let's just get this out of the way. 87165. 90187. Upper Gotham and Financial District were my airdrops. So if I go to the marketplace, and I think there'll be the comics that come up first. The comic floppy disks, yeah. So we can go through those really quick as my computer tries to load. And then you got the Batman posters, so those are given out for free. But I think we're still in recently listed because these are like 29. Sort by price. $9 to $11. Yeah, these aren't even sorted by price. And here we go. The tri-corner is last digit 2 is at $47. Oh, so it really isn't sorting by price at all. Underground, Bowery, Prison Circuit, Crime Alley. Oh, is it sorting from lowest to highest? Is that what it's doing? It's still kind of out of... Yeah, I think that's what it's doing. Here we go. Prison Circuit 69, Crime Alley 70, Old Gotham 70, Upper Gotham and Financial District and Chinatown seem to be your highest ones, but really they're all within about $10 of each other. So I know that from the beginning of these airdrops, Upper Gotham and Financial District were two that have always been at the top. So that's a good thing to note, is that these have always been at the top. I think Chinatown was just below them for the most part. The Narrows has kind of been always up there, and Old Gotham as well. The rest of them have kind of been a little bit lagging. But right now, you know, they're all within $1 of each other for the most part. Financial District a little bit higher. So if that kind of helps you make a decision based on, like, you know, Financial District, Upper Gotham, these have always kind of been at the top in terms of the neighborhoods on the aftermarket. That could be for many different reasons, though, like people maybe not necessarily listing theirs, just wanting to hold on to theirs because they have the Financial District and Upper Gotham, which could still play into that demand sort of thing, that people are more so willing to hold these. But Chinatown is definitely the highest one for those of District 3, so ending in a 3 for that. And then Backhouse, wow, they are higher than I thought they would be. I did not think that they would be this high. But I think you can click on them and you can see how rare each of them are. Yeah, you can see the rarities. So I would just kind of go through each one. First off, maybe you kind of want to like it, the look of it. But second off, you can definitely go through each of these and see which is least rare and which is most rare. They did mention that they were working on, and this was a long time ago, working on an easier way to see in the marketplace which bat cowl was more rare than others, rather than having to click in and kind of take a snapshot of what these look like for each bat cowl and kind of compare them to. But for the most part, if you get into the mods, if you get into the, let me pull some of them up. So I would look at bat cowl first before you look at digits. Obviously, the lower your serial number, the better. Same thing with VeVe and everything like that. But I would more so look like this. Looks really cool. This Batman logo's on here. I've never seen that, so that's got to be rare. But it's also $5,000. So that kind of makes sense. Other things that make it more rare are these modifications. You can get a left earpiece, a right earpiece, this head thing here. You can see this earpiece. So that's $8,000. So obviously they know that's a little bit more rare than others. But you know what? What are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay just the floor? Then maybe look at those at the floor and be able to make your decision. But you can see with this, the forehead mod. Oh, it doesn't have any. What did I click on? Oh, I clicked on an earpiece. Earpiece left. Here we go. Earpiece left. Network. So it's a 3%. I actually have the earpiece on the left. So that one there is, you know, it's going to be a little bit more money because it is a little bit more rare. So are you willing to pay that? Or are you just willing to get in on the project and just pay a floor price and find out which one is a little bit more rare at the floor price than others? I know these ones are a little bit more rare. That one just looks really, really cool. I think single colors are worth a little bit more as well in terms of rarity. Ice white enamel, so obviously less than 1%. Yeah, this one looks really cool. I really like that one. The Batman logo lighted up. Yeah, I honestly, I don't talk about the Backhouses as much because I honestly haven't seen much going on with them right now. Doesn't mean I'm not interested in them at all. I just don't have enough time to do the whole voting thing, unfortunately, right now. Hopefully in the future, they come out in the Discord. Like I don't do much on their Discord either, so maybe it's something that I should pay a little bit more attention to. But right now, where everything that I've got just going on in my life, I don't think that's just possible for me right now. But the B show, I hope that kind of made any sort of sense. I know that they had a 2-year roadmap from their launch date. So we're probably like down to about a year and a half left, where basically their roadmap ends. And then, you know, what happens with the Backhouse? Are they worth anything? What can you do with them? Can you withdraw them? Can you put them into your wallet? Like, there's a lot of questions unanswered with it, and maybe they've answered them and I just don't know. But that's sort of what I'm thinking with it. Again, it wasn't money that was going to hurt me by buying the 2 that I bought. It was a project that I definitely wanted to get into, Batman being, you know, one of my favorite superheroes, if not my favorite. So I wasn't going to let a Batman drop kind of pass me by. So that's the Backhouse. I know my polka dot. The polka dot one is rare, so maybe that could get me a little bit more than floor price. But other than that, it's not like there's nothing else going on with this guy that, you know, it's any crazy rare. It doesn't have any forehead modification, earpiece. It doesn't have anything else going on. It's just that polka dot that's really got something going for it. And then this one, just trying to figure out where to point here. This one I just really love because it looks like it almost looks like Wolverine. So it's got that yellow and black going on. I've always liked a combination of yellow and black. So even though this one's definitely not as rare, this is probably the one I would hold on to, and then this is probably the one that I would liquidate. If it comes down to that, who knows? I will be listening for some sort of airdrop. You know, if that comes out, depending on where the floor prices go, like if that brings in a lot of demand, like we just need some sort of good news essentially. Market in general to go up, but that's like across the board, VeVe, everything. But the Backhouse just needs some sort of announcement of an airdrop or something, and then those prices will go up a little bit. And who knows how much, and who knows how many people are actually waiting on the sidelines to pick up one. So that's also something to consider. The B show, that did help. Thanks. I'm trying to diversify from VeVe. Too many secret rare comics. Hey, having too many secret rare comics is not a bad problem to have. I think I'm down to only 3 or 4 secret rare comics on VeVe. I sold some just before things went kind of down a little bit, and kind of in anticipation of AF15. I had the Gamora secret rare, which I want to get back into. Actually, I still might have it because I bought it afterwards as well when I went back down. Yeah, I did buy it, so I actually have that still. I got the Young Avengers. I got a lower serial number for that, like in the 1000s. Secret rare. I sold my Thor #1 that I got off the drop secret rare. I got She-Hulk secret rare. And then maybe a couple of others. But yeah, secret rares haven't been something that I'm going after just yet. I'm still trying to stack a bunch of things to be able to get some collectibles that I've been wanting to get. I've got an ongoing list that I worked on the last time. Actually, this isn't even my list. This is just a few things I was looking at the other day. I got Superman, Joker, and some of the golden moments on this list that I was looking at the other day. I want to get Darth Vader ultra rare. That dropped below 1,000 in those 900 gem range. It's back up, not by too much though. I think it's around like 1150 right now. I will wait for it to go back to the 900s to pick one of those up. Hopefully next time I'll have the gems for it. Boba Fett ultra rare, that's definitely within my reach right now, but with everything, it's getting more and more difficult to decide what I'm going to do with my gems. Like, where do I put them? What am I going to purchase? Because right now, I want to purchase a lot of things. So it's like, what am I going to purchase? What are you guys looking at? Uh, Leave it in the comment section. Leave it in the chat. What are you looking at purchasing right now? I did say that I wanted to talk about Recur. I tried to go for the Hello Kitty drop. This is my first Recur drop that I was actually going to go for. And I'm really disappointed. And let me pull myself back up here. I'm super disappointed with Recur because I went for the Hello Kitty drop and they locked my account. So I couldn't purchase, and now my account's restricted. And for no reason, they just said that, sometimes accounts just get locked. Blah, blah, blah. So wanted to go for the Hello Kitty drop. Account got restricted. And now, like, I'm just, super down about Recur and that system that they got over there. They say that sometimes they just ask people to KYC when they should be going the VeVe route and just having everybody KYC if they're going to do it that way. If they're going to screw people out of drops, there's, being that that's my first Recur drop experience, I probably have more than likely written Recur off of my list of collectibles to try to get into. I do have a Recur pass. I am down on that Recur pass, probably like $50 or so. I think I got it when it was like 200. So, not too happy about Recur personally. If anyone else went to the Hello Kitty drop, if you got it, let me know. I'd love to know if you did well on that. I looked at it once in the aftermarket afterwards to see what they're sitting at. I think they're at like 175. You bought them for 100, I believe. I was gonna buy two, so not like nothing major gains or anything like that. And I was actually gonna flip them right away. So there's that too. Hello Kitty drop. There was some sort of roadmap with it that I didn't put too much emphasis into. And then what else happened with that? Oh, I did hear that the market was also down for a bit, or they're having some bugs or some issues with the market. So it didn't seem like it was just me having problems. Recur did have problems with the market as well in general afterwards. So yeah, VeVe is still number one. No matter what else I talk about here, I think it's undisputed. VeVe is still number one with these collectibles that they've got. And, say what you want about how long it took them to bring some things like MCP and all that stuff. But, sorry, not like MCP, like KYC, and because MCP still got to come. KYC and cash out and all that. You know what? It's here and we can move forward. And they've just got the best collectibles on any platform. This is the one I want, the Ultra Rare VeVe. So there was one at 1150. That got snatched up really quick, it seems. Yeah. I do still want my Ultra Rare VeVe. It's just, do I wait? What do I do? Lots of question marks in this market. I'm probably still waiting a bit, to be honest, with a lot of different purchases, and just to see, especially since things went up a little bit here, I am probably going to sell some of my collectibles or comics that are positive right now, and then decide what I'm going to do from there on out. Let's see. I think I got two. Let's see what else comes up. Superman's another one that I wanted to purchase. That went up just a little bit. I think it was in the 500s before, which is incredible. I think that this is one of the best looking collectibles on the platform. So Superman's always interested me. I know a lot of people are really bullish on the Altogether now. I'm not so much interested in it, to be honest, but I'm also not a huge Disney fan, so I did pick up some Marvel Mighties while they were cheap. I wonder what they're sitting at. Oh, they keep on going down. Partner statue would be a good one to see what it's at. 5,399. So that was at... I saw one for 3,500. I think that was last week this time. That would have been a good pickup. Do I have 3,500 I want to put into VeVe right now? Probably not. But this is a pretty big jump. 5,400, and then all the way up to 5,969. So a jump of about 600 gems there. Once those two are purchased, and if they're purchased. Perhaps I should have something like... You know what? Probably in like a month or so, I'm probably going to have about $3,500 that I'm willing to put into VeVe. And then if, you know, things start to continue to drop, I probably do have to get in on a partner statue. I think that trumps, you know, getting a bunch of different collectibles, like getting the Ultra Rare Vader, Ultra Rare Boba Fett, what else is on a Superman, Joker, you know what, that could be a move that I'm also looking at doing. Because partner statue is definitely, in my opinion, a grail. And I don't know many people that would disagree with me on that. But let me know what you're looking at in the market. I would love to know what you are taking a look at. What interests you, what your game plan is with these collectibles. I do want to get a Todd McFarlane, of course. I'd be interested to know what he's at. 1,550. Yeah. We did get an announcement from VeVe on Twitter. We got the first full appearance of Venom. That comic comes out probably Tuesday. Typically, they start their drops on Tuesdays for those comics. I will be going for that one. I don't know what that kind of sits at right now. Or I don't know what... let's look that up. Because I do not know how popular that comic is. Amazing Spider-Man number 300, the first full appearance of Venom. Let me bring up the comments. We'll go to Go Collect, and we'll search for Amazing Spider-Man 300. And with that, we have got a 9.6. So because I don't have an account with Go Collect, 9.6 fair market value of 1,550. So nothing super crazy about that, but that could really skyrocket after you get it to 9.8. There's one sale of a 9.9, so that's incredible. So we got that comic coming on Tuesday, I believe. Yep, Tuesday, blind box. And we've also got that. So we did last night get... Okay, let's pull that up. The Marvel Black Panther number 25. I know that this popped up on my phone. I took a look at it last night. And this is something that we can take a look at here right now. If you are on Twitter, if you aren't following me, it's VeVe Collection on Twitter. You can definitely follow me there. I am not active at all, but I would like to get into that a little bit more often to be able to keep up to date with everybody there. So here we go. We got the thread here. Introducing Marvel Artworks, one-of-one digital collectible NFT art from Marvel comic artists. Available in silent auction format only on the VeVe web app. Our first 3 offerings will be available this Monday, 29th of August. This has me excited. So this cover image by Brian is from the final issue of Black Panther Volume 7 and marks the farewell team up with Ta-Nehisi Coates. Bid on this one-of-one starting Monday the 29th. I hope you can see that. Probably not. So let me bring that forward. Here we go. That's a cool one. That looks beautiful. It'd be great to get this like physical as well. I think that would be really cool. But that looks incredible. I like that. And then we've got writing and drawing for Marvel. So Scotty Young has been writing for Marvel for 20 years. He's behind the Young variants seen on VeVe. So there it is, the Young variants. I like it. It's probably not the one that I would go for, but it is interesting. I do like it. I would probably go for the Black Panther above that. And that's all I see from that thread. But I thought there was 3. Our first 3 offerings will be this Monday. And I don't quite know how VeVe exactly works. So here we go. Those are the 3. So we've got Miles Morales co-creator Sarah Pichelli brings her variant cover ink from Miles Morales Spider-Man number 25 to VeVe. Bid on this one-of-one digital collectible Monday, 29th of August. This one is the one I would go for. I love black and white. I love sketches. And this looks really amazing. I really like that. That's the one I would go for. Wonder what other people are thinking about this. See lots of hearts. See lots of extremely cool. I am very interested about how these are going to sell. How much they're going to sell for. If you have thoughts on how much they're going to sell for, leave it in the comment section. Leave it in the chat. But that would be the one I go for. Let me know if you had to choose one that you were going to go for, what would it be? What would you choose? Wonder if I can zoom in here. Doesn't look like it. No, not quite. I like that. I would go for the Miles Morales Spider-Man, then the Black Panther, and then the Young variant Spider-Man. But how much are these going to go for? I'd love to get the physical. I don't see anything about that here. Digital collectible NFT art. Yeah, so nothing about a physical. But yeah, the Miles Morales one. That's the one that's where it's at. And how much did the last one of one go for? Store. Artworks. The Top Cat. $9,570. So does this came with the actual physical print though? So does this go? So are these gonna go? 9,000, 10,000? Or do they go less? It's a 1-of-1 digital. It's Marvel. They look great. Who knows what to do? Regardless, it is probably out of my price range. Anyways, I will be putting bids on them. What I think would be reasonable to pay, in my opinion. Because those are cool. And if I can get them for what I am willing to pay, that might be worth it. That one right there. In terms of pricing, like, I think, yeah, in the order of my thoughts, I would, and obviously I'm biased, but this one would be the most expensive, or go for the most, the Miles Morales Spider-Man number 25, and then the Black Panther number 25, and then the Amazing Spider-Man number 1 young variant. Could be totally wrong on that, but if I had to guess, that's where my guesses would be at. It doesn't say anywhere about how long these are going to be available for silent auction, which is strange. Nothing about that. And here's the YouTube video with Alfred Kahn. I will be checking that out after this stream, which I'll probably be getting off very shortly here. We've got Dr. Prophet with his 1-of-1 Top Cat. Looks really cool. So he's 2 for 2 for those 1-of-1s. Is he going to keep on going and get more 1-of-1s here? Is he going to get these Marvel ones? And I think that's all I got to say about VeVe today. I'm going to pull myself up. So thank you to everyone that actually joined here today. I do appreciate you. If you have anything else to say, leave it in the chat. Leave comments. I respond to anybody and everybody. Anything that you disagree with that I said here on this stream, leave it in the comments. Would love to open up a discussion and to talk to you about that. I will be watching the Alfred Kahn video after this and maybe doing a video on that, as well as our August video. I do have a couple videos recorded that I need to also release those. It's just a really busy time for me right now, so at least these live videos are something that I can stick to at least around an hour on Sundays. I can definitely open up a discussion surrounding VeVe, surrounding everything NFTs and whatnot. Lilypad Gaming says, hey man, I think they might have a minimum bid this time. Yes, well, the Top Cat also had a minimum bid as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they have minimum bids. They also talked about having you have to pay a certain number of gems to actually bid on it, and you don't get those gems back. So that's also another thing that they talked about. I don't know where they talked about that, but that is something that they did say. That either, moving forward, they're going to do minimum bids, or it's going to be you have to pay a certain number of gems to actually bid. and then you don't get those gems back. It's a good way of just, making sure people placing bids are actually serious about, they get it, they win it, they don't pass on it and make everybody wait for who's it going to go to. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a minimum bid, or you have to pay gems to be able to bid, or whatever direction they're going to go with this. I think that one airdrop that we got with Ron English is going to kind of be a one-off. Maybe we might see more. Well, especially if you need to pay gems to bid, perhaps there'll be more sort of airdrops for those types of artists. I wouldn't count on there being an airdrop for anything Marvel related. So with these, that's not my advice or anything, but like if you have to pay gems and you're hoping for an airdrop from Marvel, I wouldn't really count on it per se. So that's something to also, so that's a great point to bring up there. Lily Pad Gaming, thank you so much. And yeah, if any of you agree with me, disagree with me on anything that I said in this stream, leave it in the comments, leave it in the chat. I respond to anybody and everybody, whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, or to think about your whatever you think is going on in the market or collectibles that you're going after. And Lilypad Gaming says, you're up against My Collectibles. He's live too. I see. My Collectibles is also live. I'll probably go on over there to My Collectibles and see what he's also talking about as we get off the stream there. I didn't think most people were live around this time on Sundays. But I'll have to kind of work around that the next time. Thank you, Lilypad Gaming, for bringing that up. And yeah, anything else that you have to say, or leave it in the comments, leave it in the chat. And I look forward to doing this with you every Sunday for around an hour each time. And thank you so much for watching. Leave this video a like as well. That really helps me with this channel. And subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching.